Lisa Bonet's stunning transformation since leaving Jason Momoa has Hollywood whispering. The enigmatic actress who once captured hearts as Denise Huxel has emerged from her high-profile split with a new sense of purpose at 56. Bonet remains a striking example of ageless beauty, maintaining a youthful appearance that has many wondering about her secrets. Her remarkable journey has industry insiders and fans alike completely captivated. The girl behind the hustable smile. Before Lisa Bonet became the free-spirited woman who would later captivate Jason Momoa's heart, she was just a teenager trying to find her place in the world. Growing up in an affluent, predominantly white Los Angeles neighborhood, young Lisa often felt like an outsider. She struggled to fit in, feeling caught between different worlds. This feeling of displacement was intensified by being an only child after her parents' divorce. "I used to beg my mom every day for another sibling," Lisa recalled, her voice tinged with the loneliness that shaped her early years. Without brothers or sisters to turn to, Lisa sought something that could fill that empty space in her life. Everything changed when a friend invited her to an acting class for the teenage Lisa. It just felt right. She had found a place where she could express herself and step into different roles. This newfound passion led her to land a guest spot on St. Elsewhere in 1983 when she was just 16 years old. Later, reflecting on her early acting experiences on Late Night with David Letterman in April 1986, Bonet described her role on St. Elsewhere with characteristic humility. "I wasn't really into acting that much. I was just going to school, and in Los Angeles, especially as a minority, there wasn't much work available, so when the opportunity for this came up, I thought, wow, a series, fun." Little did she know that this casual beginning would catapult her into a spotlight that would follow her for decades, eventually illuminating a transformation that nobody, not even Lisa herself, could have predicted. Rising star, restless spirit. When Lisa Bonet joined The Cosby Show as Denise Huxel in 1984, no one, including Lisa, could have guessed how iconic her character would become as the show gained massive popularity from 1984 to 1991, winning awards and topping TV ratings. Lisa became a familiar face in homes across America. Looking back, the New York Times described the show's impact when it first appeared in 1984. Television was lacking great sitcoms. Viewers turned to The Cosby Show because it made them laugh every week. The series held the #1 spot in TV ratings from 1985 to 1989, making Lisa one of the most well-known young actresses of the time. But while fans adored Denise Huxel, Lisa Bonet was looking for something more. Fame had come quickly, maybe too quickly, and deep down she felt restless. Many young stars would have been happy riding the success of a hit show, but Lisa wanted to break free from her wholesome TV image. As The Cosby Show continued, she started looking for new challenges. She dreamed of starring in movies and even hoped to have her own spin-off series. However, stepping away from the role of Denise Huxel wouldn't be easy. Lisa's desire to explore new creative paths clashed with what people expected from her as America's favorite TV daughter. This struggle to push boundaries would shape both her career and personal journey for years to come. Even then, Lisa was already choosing to live on her own terms, no matter what others thought. That rebellious spirit would later lead to the incredible transformation that has captured attention today. This change started long before Jason Momoa entered her life and has continued to unfold in powerful ways since their split. Breaking free from expectations. By 1986, Lisa Bonet was 18 and legally an adult, though still playing the role of the big sister on The Cosby Show. With newfound independence came the desire to spread her wings beyond the safe confines of network television. Lisa took on a role in Angel Heart, an R-rated film directed by Alan Parker, starring alongside Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke. The film stirred immediate controversy due to its explicit nudity and sexual content. So provocative was the original cut that the rating had to be adjusted from X to R after its release in 1987 by removing 10 seconds of footage. For fans who knew her only as the wholesome Denise Huxel, this career move came as a shock, but for Lisa these decisions went beyond just acting. They were about staying true to herself no matter what others thought. She understood that television actors were often boxed into a certain image, and she wanted to prove she was more than just a familiar face on a sitcom. When criticized for potentially tarnishing Denise Huxtable's reputation, she remained unfazed. She wasn't concerned with protecting a character's reputation. Her focus was on her own growth and creative freedom. She saw acting as an art form, one that required her to take risks and explore new sides of herself regardless of public opinion. This determination to follow her own path rather than conform to expectations would define her journey for years to come. The same independent spirit that led her to push professional boundaries as a young actress would later give her the strength to walk away from a high-profile marriage and reinvent herself completely. As Lisa continued to develop her career and her personal self, she steadily built the inner strength that would later enable her to remake her life after leaving Jason Momoa. Each boundary she pushed was a step toward becoming the woman she is today, a woman whose transformation extends far beyond physical appearance to touch something deeper and more profound. When Love Changed Everything, A Different World, a popular spin-off of The Cosby Show, was one of the most important black sitcoms in TV history. The show was originally focused on Denise Huxtable, played by Lisa Bonet. However, after the first season, Bonet left the show because she was pregnant with rock star Lenny Kravitz's child. Years later, actor Daryl M. Abell, who starred in A Different World, spoke about Bonet in a Vanity Fair interview. He said she never got enough credit for the show's success. He also defended her against rumors that she was difficult to work with. People forget that Lisa was just 20 years old dealing with a lot of media attention. Anyone saying she was unprofessional is simply wrong. Bell explained Bonet's exit from the show was connected to her whirlwind romance with Kravitz. They met in an elevator at a New Edition concert in 1985 and immediately felt a strong connection. Their relationship moved quickly. They became roommates, then a couple, and on Bonet's 20th birthday, November 16, 1987, they eloped in Las Vegas. Soon after, she became pregnant with their daughter Zoe. Bill Cosby, the show's creator, refused to include Bonet's pregnancy in the storyline. Debbie Allen, who took over as the show's producer in Season 2, tried to convince Cosby to let Bonet's character have a baby on the show. She argued it would be a great storyline about a young successful woman handling pregnancy. However, Cosby firmly rejected the idea, saying Denise Huxtable is not pregnant, Lisa Bonet is pregnant. As a result, Bonet left A Different World and later returned to The Cosby Show after giving birth to Zoe on December 1, 1988. Becoming a mother deeply changed Bonet. Having Zoe saved my life, Bonet later said. I didn't want to pass on certain things to her, so I decided to change. Lisa Bonet's departure from A Different World was a turning point in her life. It showed her determination to stay true to herself even if it meant facing career consequences. This experience shaped her future choices, including her later marriage to Jason Momoa. The end of a musical romance came when Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz's relationship ended in 1991. Despite their passionate beginning, they separated in 1991 before officially divorcing in 1993. While they kept the specific reasons for their split private, Kravitz processed his emotions through his music, most notably in his album Mama Said, released in April 1991. The hit song, It Ain't Over Till It's Over, was dedicated to Bonet, revealing his lingering feelings. I still love her very much, Kravitz told the New York Times in 1993, more than she'll ever know. The separation took a tremendous toll on Kravitz. In a 1995 interview with Rolling Stone, he revealed the depth of his pain. I was in a tremendous amount of pain when we broke up. Tremendous. For like 6 months, I only slept for 2 hours a day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. The rest of the time I was just up like a zombie. I was floored. Following the separation, Bonet made a significant change by moving with young Zoe to Canyon, California. This decision reflected her desire to raise her daughter in a natural environment where Zoe could develop her imagination away from city life. This chapter of Bonet's life marked a difficult transition but also demonstrated her commitment to motherhood and co-parenting despite the end of her marriage. Rediscovering herself through art and love, despite stepping away from the spotlight to focus on motherhood, Lisa Bonet never lost her passion for acting. In the late 1990s, she took a hiatus from the industry, telling Entertainment Weekly in 1998, "I haven't been working at all. I've just had a different way of living for a while, living in LA, taking care of my kid, finding what interests me, doing some thinking, and lots of yoga." When she returned to acting toward the end of the decade, Bonet took on several notable film projects, including the 1998 thriller Enemy of the State alongside Will Smith and the critically acclaimed 2000 film High Fidelity. These roles marked her return to Hollywood on her own terms, allowing her to express her creativity while maintaining the balance she sought in her personal life. Around 2004, after establishing herself professionally once again, Lisa found new love with Jason Momoa. Their meeting at a jazz club in Los Angeles seemed almost fated. Momoa, who needed a ride home, was given a lift by Bonet. What made their connection even more remarkable was Momoa's longtime admiration for Bonet. He later revealed on The Late Late Show with James Corden that as an 8-year-old, he had told his mother he wanted to be with Lisa Bonet after seeing her on television. Their connection proved to be deep and enduring despite their age difference. Momoa is over a decade younger than Bonet. The relationship blossomed steadily, eventually leading to marriage in 2017 after nearly 13 years together. The woman who found love with Jason Momoa continued to evolve and grow, embracing the changes and transformations that would define the next phase of her journey, building a blended family and finding balance. At this time her daughter Zoe Kravitz had grown into a young adult, and Bonet's new family with Momoa added to her joy. Their first child together, Lola Iolani, was born in 2007, and their son Nakoa Wolf Monica Walpo Namaka arrived in 2008. The next decade saw Bonet continue to make her mark on television with appearances in The Red Road and Ray Donovan, and taking on notable roles in Drunk History where she portrayed historical figures Rosa Parks and Mary Ellen Pleasant. Throughout this period she carefully balanced her professional commitments and her dedication to family life. While Lisa spent most of her career filming The Cosby Show in New York, her heart had always been in California. In a 2018 interview with Nita Porter she expressed her deep affection for Southern California. "I know people give Southern California a bad rap, but I love it here. You can create the life you want." This preference for California kept her close to her adult daughter, and at the 2020 Golden Globes red carpet Bonet praised Zoe Kravitz's accomplishments. This chapter of Lisa's life showcased her remarkable ability to forge meaningful connections across complex family structures, a skill that would serve her well when navigating the end of her relationship with Momoa. The woman who created harmony among ex-partners and stepchildren was building the emotional intelligence that would later enable her stunning personal transformation after her marriage ended. The announcement that shocked Hollywood came in January 2022. Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa stunned fans with news of their separation. The couple, who had seemed inseparable throughout their relationship, released a joint statement addressing their decision to part ways after nearly 17 years together and 4 years of marriage. Their announcement, shared on Mima's social media, spoke of transformational times and shifts affecting their family. "We have all felt the squeeze and changes of these transformational times. A revolution is unfolding and our family is of no exception," they wrote, suggesting external pressures had contributed to their decision. What the public didn't realize was that this announcement came long after the actual separation. Court documents would later reveal that Bonet and Momoa had separated on October 7, 2020, over 15 months before making their split public. This extended period of privacy demonstrated their commitment to processing their separation away from public scrutiny. Bonet had subtly hinted at changes in her life during a December 2021 interview with longtime friend Marissa Tu. When discussing personal growth, Bonet mentioned learning how to be authentically me, learning to be new, and following this invitation from the universe to step into this river of uncertainty. These comments, seemingly cryptic at the time, gained new meaning after the separation announcement. The couple's formal divorce proceedings didn't begin until January 2024, when Bonet officially filed for dissolution of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. The Los Angeles County Court processed their divorce, quickly granting the petition just 1 day after filing, indicating the couple had thoroughly prepared their settlement details beforehand. Their marital settlement agreement addressed all key aspects of the separation, including asset division and financial arrangements. Both waived rights to spousal support and agreed to share custody of their 2 children, Lola Iolani and Noa Wolf. This efficient resolution highlighted their mutual respect and commitment to an amicable separation. The truth behind the split. Behind the carefully worded public statements lay deeper reasons for Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa's separation. Sources close to the couple revealed that their breakup stemmed primarily from diverging life priorities and increasingly different lifestyle preferences. Momoa, experiencing a career renaissance with major roles in blockbuster films like Aquaman and hit series such as See and Game of Thrones, had become deeply invested in his professional trajectory. Jason is very focused on his career and wants to work. He has found success and it's driving him and is very fulfilling, an insider told E! News. After years of struggling to find consistent work, Momoa was eager to capitalize on every opportunity that came his way. In contrast, Bonet had cultivated a more settled existence in Los Angeles, prioritizing stability and her spiritual practices. Lisa wants to be in LA and is not interested in going on location for long periods of time with him, the source added. This fundamental difference in priorities created an incompatible dynamic, as Mima's career demanded extensive travel and long absences from home. Their lifestyle preferences had also grown increasingly disparate over time. While Momoa embraced adventure and exploration, Bonet preferred the comforts of home life. As one insider revealed to US Weekly, Jason wanted to travel and adventure much more. Lisa, on the other hand, would rather read, write poetry, and cook at home. These differences weren't sudden but had gradually intensified over the years. They drifted apart and wanted different things, explained a source close to the situation. The Aquaman star was moving in a different direction and it did not fit together with her lifestyle. Despite these growing differences, their split wasn't characterized by animosity. They still cared deeply about each other. This mutual respect allowed them to maintain a healthy co-parenting relationship and present a united front for their children. Their commitment to family remained paramount throughout the separation process. In their joint statement, they emphasized, "The love between us carries on, evolving in ways it wishes to be known and lived. We free each other to be who we are, learning to become. Our devotion remains unwavering to this sacred life and our children." This transformation of their relationship from romantic partners to respectful co-parents exemplified the mature approach both took toward their separation. Rather than viewing their split as an ending, they framed it as an evolution, a new chapter that would allow each to pursue their individual paths while honoring their shared history and ongoing connection through their children. The stunning transformation that has everyone talking since her divorce from Jason Momoa. Lisa Bonet has gone through an incredible transformation that has everyone talking. While some celebrities make big physical changes after a breakup, Lisa's journey has been more about personal growth, mind, body, and spirit. At 56, Bonet remains a striking example of someone who seems to defy the aging process, maintaining a youthful appearance that has many wondering about her secrets. A significant factor in her ageless look is her dedicated exercise regimen, which she has maintained with impressive consistency. In a past interview with the New York Times, Bonet shared her passion for physical fitness and revealed a particularly cherished activity. "I take an African dance class that I absolutely live for. I stumbled upon it one day and have been hooked ever since, doing it regularly for 7 years now." Alongside her dance classes, she keeps herself fit with a well-rounded routine that includes Pilates twice a week, yoga, and gym sessions. This commitment to physical wellness has only intensified since her separation, with friends noting that she seems more radiant and energized than ever before. However, perhaps the most striking aspect of Lisa's transformation is her rejection of modern digital culture. But Bon has chosen to remain completely absent from social media. This philosophy profoundly influences how she engages with her children and the world around her. Bonet is rarely seen absorbed in her phone while spending time with her kids, preferring real-world connections over virtual ones. This down-to-earth approach has had a profound impact on her family, especially her younger children. Since her separation from Momoa, Bonet has significantly reduced her acting commitments, focusing on personal growth and exploration instead. While she made a brief appearance in Jason Momoa's 2020 Super Bowl commercial, her most recent credited roles were in 2016 and 2017. This step back from Hollywood has allowed her to pursue other passions and interests away from the public eye. Friends close to Bonet reveal that she's been exploring spiritual practices, deepening her connection to nature, and investing time in creative pursuits like pottery and writing poetry. "She's more centered and peaceful than I've ever seen her," one friend shared. "The Lisa who emerged from this marriage is more authentic and aligned with her true self than ever before." Public appearances since her separation have revealed a woman who seems lighter, more confident, and radiantly happy. The few red carpet events she's attended have set tongues wagging, not because of any dramatic makeover but because of the palpable sense of peace and self-possession she now exudes. What makes Lisa Bonet's transformation so captivating is that it defies the conventional narrative of celebrity breakups. Instead of seeking validation through new relationships or publicity stunts, she has chosen a path of quiet self-discovery and authentic living. In an age of oversharing and constant digital presence, her choice to step back and focus inward feels revolutionary. Perhaps most telling is her relationship with her children and extended family. Sources close to the family note that Bonet, Jason, and Lenny Kravitz continue to maintain a harmonious co-parenting relationship that prioritizes their children's well-being. This emotional maturity and goodwill speak to Lisa's depth of personal growth as she moves forward into this new chapter of her life. Lisa Bonet continues to captivate not through sensation or drama but through the quiet power of authentic transformation. The stunning metamorphosis we're witnessing isn't about changing who she is but rather about fully becoming who she was always meant to be, a woman who lives life entirely on her own terms regardless of Hollywood's expectations or public opinion. What do you think about Lisa Bonet's transformation? Was her career change unexpected? Did her journey inspire you? How do you feel about her relationship decisions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit the like button. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to share with friends who might find her journey inspiring.